She fixed me a tuna fish sandwich. As I'm eating the sandwich, I'm thinking, this is a little fishy. What is this?
Mike, lunch is ready.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Filmtastic. There are numerous families on extreme cheapskates that do some entirely insane things so as to spare money from dumpster jumping to reusing shower water. There is an endless list. Disturbing for some, extreme cheapskates is considered good entertainment and people enjoy it from around the world. Here are some of the most disturbing moments caught on Extreme Cheapskate. AIMEE. People generally have a tendency to serve their guests with good food, especially if their guests happen to be their mother. This brought little change to AIMEE, who thought of using cat food instead of real tuna for humans as a fantastic idea, despite the fact that it only saved her 30 cents. Her mother was rather surprised when she smelt something fishy in the sandwich she had been offered as lunch. And as she went to the kitchen, she saw several boxes of cat food emptied. HASHIMOTO. She dumpster dives for all her food, doesn't utilize bathroom tissue or do clothing, with an end in goal to have $250,000 as her savings till next year. Kay hasn't purchased toiletries in 10 years, however possesses her own home in Harlem, which she purchased in 2010 and paid off in 9 months. She utilizes soap to wash herself off after using the toilet. She does everything herself, including trimming her own hair, washing her garments while showering, and racing to work as opposed to taking the metro. PARRAN. PARRAN and his significant other scrub down together. They limit the quantity of toilet flushes and use similar toiletries, from toothbrushes to razors, in order to limit household expenses. They are modest to the point that they share their tooth floss. Very gross cross-cutting system indeed. MAESTRI. He's a foodie and a binge eater. He dozes on a bed made of styrofoam peanuts and bubble pocket wrap. The main things in his wardrobe are 3 shirts and 2 sets of shorts. He spends almost all of his cash on food, leaving him incapable to bear the cost of any furniture for his home. Moreover, he uses a tablecloth as a budget-friendly option for an alternative to sheets and a sofa. Mr. MAESTRI spends $20 altogether on the two, his home and his closet. Stephanie and Jimmy. Stephanie is an extreme cheapskate who works as a flight attendant. She takes the half-eaten nuts from the plane as well as some extra suppers. She takes stuff from the air terminal lost and found. She makes her covers at home by sewing together a lot of plane covers and makes her bedding cushion by sewing together aircraft pads. She takes the pillowcases from the plane and transforms them into espresso channels. She wanted to get married to her boyfriend but never wanted it to cost an arm and a leg, so they chose a baggage center as their venue, which cost them less than $500. They selected their wedding ring, tux, and dress all from the same place and lived happily ever after. TODD thought of buying a fridge and then not spending on anything else in the house. He does not use a washing machine, neither a dishwasher. Instead of all that, he simply puts his stuff in the fridge. He claims that the fridge actually kills all the bacteria, making him save money on washing detergent and the water and electricity bills payments that would have resulted if he were to use a washing machine or a dishwasher. He also is not a fan of buying clothes, where he showed the cameraman a pair of jeans he has had for 15 years. LIVINGSTONE. He covers himself in cornstarch to beat the Texas heat and gets his drinking water from a river nearby. We have a great deal of Craftsman springs here that come out of the ground, he said. He never spends money on terrible tap water that has every one of these polluting impurities in it when he can go down and get extremely pure water that is coming out of a spring. Also, he uses his dishwasher to not only wash utensils, but also his clothes and other toiletries, as well as his toothbrush. LYDIA ABATE. She lives a complete free-of-cost life. She burial service tracks to discover vintage clothing via looking for memorial services in the paper, and afterwards approaches the families to inquire as to whether they would give the belongings of the deceased to her in return of clearing their home. She helps the bereaved and spares herself a large number of dollars on quality vintage pieces. AIMEE. She always tried to limit her uses. She owns a single sponge along with a knife only. It never contacts water, she said of the knife. She simply wipes it down with a towel each time after she uses it, and sets it back in the cabinet. AIMEE keeps her breakers and water warmer, except if it's extremely important. Goldie would go to a laundriette and inquire as to whether individuals have deserted their socks. She would later utilize them as sanitary pads and believed that it is cost-effective. Absolutely disgusting, though. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.